1, 2, 3. Showtime!
Showtime indeed, Mr. Cole. The Party Animals boogieing as their best hitter and the best hitter from a tour ago. The pride of Charlotte, North Carolina. Reese's Pieces. Reese Hampton comes on up to the dish. Good to see our Party Animals correspondent, Drake Toll, getting in on it as well. Foul ball. Not caught by the fans. Reggie Liggins out there to make the safe call, and Reese, in one swing, discards his bat, grabs a new piece of lumber.
Yeah, just felt some bad juju out of that bat. If you're Reese Hampton, you do not want to start fouling out to a fan there, and that would have been one of the craziest starts we had ever seen in a banana ball game.
Really video game numbers you saw on his graphic at the bottom of this screen a moment before. 69 runs scored in 69 games played. Reese, very dangerous, now ahead 2-1. Former Detroit Tigers minor leaguer.
And we mentioned that he had batted over 300 against Kyle Lewis across the 2023 tour. The exact number, 475, believe it or not, against the righty.
That's nearly 200 points higher than 300. 175 on the dot for everybody
and
keeping track of.
Unsurprisingly, a mark that paced all Party Animals.
Yes. And he will open up tonight's game as he did last night with a sprint. He'll stop at first base, just as he did an evening ago. Remember, when ball 4 is fired in banana ball, all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. That was terrific defense by the Bananas to keep a very fast base runner at first.
And look, if you're Cowboy Kyle, all in all, I'm not sure you're too upset that you allowed the ball 4 sprint here to Reese Hampton. And what's more, you're really thankful that your ball 4 sprint defense kept him at just first base and out of scoring position.
Does not get much easier here, though. Dalton Cornett bounces that one into the outfield. Hampton puts on the burners. He's going first to third standing. And this is why the first inning is so tough for Cowboy Kyle. Just like this, runners on the corners, and you have a former first-round draft pick in Jake Skoll, who hits Kyle very well. In fact, you look at the numbers from a tour ago, he hits just about everybody very well.
And look, Dalton Cornett, when you looked at his spray chart last year, didn't pull the ball to one particular direction whatsoever. So for Jackson Olsen and the rest of this Bananas defense, really hard to necessarily shift on this guy and get him to hit into an out.
The Pippa passes Kentucky Kid on first. Skoll chops this to second, could be 2. Olsen under the leg, there's 1. That's going to cost the guys a chance at a double play. Would have been very hard to get a twin killing on Skoll in the first place. The grade 8 will grab his 3rd trick play in as many attempts, and the Party Animals will celebrate with their Party Rock anthem boogie on the dish with their first run scored tonight.
Yeah, and you saw Cowboy Kyle, not sure if he wanted Jackson Olsen to try and pull off a trick play here, would have instead opted for the double play. But with Skoll's speed, it's really tough to say if the Bananas would have been able to turn it regardless.
Olsen primarily played third base on last year's tour. Is going to be mostly handling second with the addition of Gabe Howell to the roster. And so far perfect in his 3 trick play attempts at his new position. As the showman of the night from last night, Noah Fisher chops that one foul. 1-1 count on a guy who went 3 for 4 with a triple, a run batted in, and 2 runs scored.
And just seemed to ambush the fastballs that were coming out of the hands of the Bananas pitchers. So if I'm Kyle and a guy who I know can throw, if I know I'm a guy who throws a really good slider, I'm looking to try and baffle Fisher with some of my off-speed pitches.
Good check there on the slider below the knees. Kyle quick pitching, and that one looks like off the knob of the bat, so it will be a strike. 2-2. Fortuitous bounce there for Cowboy Kyle. And fouled at the dish. Slider down and out.
And look, for as much bad luck as Kyle sometimes has against these Party Animals, especially in the first inning, it's really nice sometimes to have that ball just go off the knob of the bat for a foul ball.
Checks on Skoll again. It's a good idea. Jake swiped third last night. in his only stolen base attempt, was 17 for 20 last year in his tries, and Fisher continues to be a tough cookie. The fans could make a big play here. They come up empty.
And boy, last night, and it's already continued early in the night with the Reese Hampton foul ball, and now this one from Noah Fisher. You hear the collective gasp, and man, all of a sudden, it just ramps up the sound of these people excited to try and catch foul balls, as Kyle Lewigs will get a big swing and a miss from Noah Fisher. And how about that emphatic celebration from Vincent Chapman behind the plate?
Kyle still shaking those hips. That's an enormous second out. Good battle from Fisher, but he finally falls victim to that excellent Lewig slider. And now Tanner Thomas, the left fielder, at the dish. Throw down to second, not going to be in time. Needed to be perfect from Leroy to nab Skoll, who's now 2 for 2 in his attempts at swiping bags.
Yeah, and Jake Skoll wasn't too far off of the Party Animals' lead for stolen bases last season, and he's a guy who gets really aggressive running the bases with 2 outs in innings, and, well, he showed it once again here.
Bill wanted the strike call there. Set up inside, ended up around the outside corner. So that's got to be part of the reason he didn't get it, although you got to want that one as well. Just a pinch below the knees. This is where banana ball is so much tougher on pitchers because ball 4 will score a run.
Yeah, now going back to that Skoll AB, that is the big reason that he decided to steal second base in case that he could get into scoring position and score on the ball 4 sprint. Here, Tanner Thomas leaves the box, but able to get back in the box and see another pitch. Really confusing.
Correct. He's going to be docked a strike for leaving the box and not have to try and steal first base, which we have seen sometimes in the past. He destroys that one. Deep out to right center. It's trouble. It'll drive in Skoll easily. Thomas cruises into second with a 2-bagger and a 2 spot in the first for the Animals.
Yeah, and that's another kind of really tough situation, I think, for Kyle Lewigs. A little probably confused at why Tanner Thomas wasn't a live base runner and you can get the caught stealing a first base. Probably a little frustrated, just wasn't thinking too much before throwing that pitch, and it ends up being a mistake that goes in favor of the Party Animals.
Tanner's second stake in as many days. And Chase Acuff laces it to right center. DR has it fall in front of him. Comes up throwing. And reversing course, sliding feet first back to third is Mr. Thomas. DR Meadows, guy who, for the final 4 years of his collegiate career, was in the infield. Boy, has he become a superb outfielder across his 2-year banana ball career.
Yeah, the arm just seems to get better and better for DR Meadows here, and he shows it off as they're able to hold Tanner Thomas at third base.
Nice 2-seamer there from Kyle. He is Jason Swan behind 0-2. Fouled away. The fans could get Kyle out of a jam here. It's caught! Foul ball caught by a fan, and it helps Strand's runners on the corners.
What an unbelievable catch by the fans here to end the top of the first, and Cowboy Kyle pointing the glove and tipping that cowboy hat as well. A big final out for the Bananas.
That staunches the bleeding. Incredible play by that fan right there, as the Nanners will go up, grab him, and bring him down to the field so he can be honored. While that happens, Jesse Cole setting up a brand new promotion, Banana Split Sprints. We'll see how that goes. And at some point here, we'll give you a glimpse at the Party Animals' defensive alignment. 3 things happening at once, as per usual in banana ball. For now, the fan gets to hang out in the Nanners dugout. Here comes the start of our first ever Banana Split Sprint. Both guys, a little delay there. A lot of confusion on the rules for our contestants. Okay, they're going to create a banana split, evidently, on their dad's faces. Yeah, there we go. A little whipped cream to start it off. Terrific. That's always key. Here comes the banana. Here comes the airplane. Big old munch as it comes into the hangar. And you don't really have to go in order. There's the whipped cream for that dad. And yeah. All right. Really confusing on what the goal is here. I think the fudge is coming now. But we'll look at the Party Animals defensive alignment. Thomas, Hampton, and Skoll in the outfield, left to right. The infield gives you Fisher at third, Acuff at short, Baber at second, Swan at first, Taj Porter behind the dish, Garrett Delano on the mound.
And again, the Party Animals leader in trick plays last year, Dustin Baber, had a hat trick of his own on opening night. But what's also really encouraging is seeing these Party Animals outfielders who wanted to up their trick plays. Skoll had one, and Tanner attempted one, so it seems like they're on the right course to try and up them in 2024.
And Garrett Delano in his third world tour, all of them for the Party Animals. Gets a pop fly in foul territory, right about where the last one was caught. This one playing safely for DR Meadows, away from the fans.
Saved by the railing, starring DR Meadows.
There it is. How about saved by the rail? Yeah, syllables line up a little better for us.
I like that.
It's called plussing. We do that a lot in Banana Ball.
DR Meadows, it's got the same Mark Paul Gosselaar, I believe is the name we're looking for here. Yeah. Chad, please correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am.
Saved by the Bell expert or coordinating producer, Chad Reese. He's never watched it. He's never once watched it. Foul ball at the dish. Check swing. It'll still be a 1-2 count on the Doctor. Center fielder went 1 for 4 last night as the leadoff man on the opening day of Banana Ball. Now the count even at 2-2.
DR Meadows wound up batting .391 in the first inning for the Bananas. Started many games in that leadoff spot, but here comes up empty on the 6th pitch against Delano. Runs one inside, and DR Meadows can't make contact.
Delano was the designated hitter last night. Now our guy on the field, shouted out by Jesse Cole. Congratulations, sir. Great play. We'll see if the Bananas can capitalize on it. They're down by 2 runs, so they'll need 2 to tie the inning, 3 to win it. And Robert Anthony Cruz elevated from the 6th spot to the 2-hole after he went 2 for 4 with a triple in his Banana Ball debut.
And in the final Banana Ball scrimmage before Tampa Bay started, we saw Rack batting in the 2 spot for the Bananas. What's interesting, a multi-home run game for Rack. Who knows if we'll see that tonight here in Tampa?
He had 3 of them across the 6 games of spring training and holds up there. Yep, Reggie Liggins confirms it. As Vincent Chapman and Taj Porter check down on him simultaneously. Good take there by Cruz. Delano, 2-seam, 4-seam cut fastballs, about 90 to 92 miles an hour, will touch 94. Curveball and changeup for his off-speed pitches, and there is the curve right there, and a beauty. 2 batters, 2 Ks for Delano. Will pinch hit for Dan Oberst here.
Such a special entrance for Nick Swisher, getting to come up to the plate and celebrate with his daughters there. He blows a couple kisses to the crowd too. And man, I'll tell you what's also apropos. Nick Swisher, again, a legendary Yankee and a World Series champion, playing in the pinstripe yellow jerseys as well here for the Bananas.
Made his Banana Ball debut last April right here in GMS. And got that as well. right behind his keister. He was facing Cowboy Kyle Lewis at the time, or Christian Dearman.
It was Kyle Lewis.
Okay, I had to confirm. Dearman dazzled in the first MLB PAA game. And equally scared both times. He ended up doubling to left center, but this time the 2009 World Series champ will fly it out to left where Tanner Thomas collects the ball for a 1-2-3 frame. And the 2010 AL All-Star will be heading back to the Bananas dugout for now. We'll see if that's the last we see of Nick Swisher tonight. Of course it was Cowboy Kyle. He got Josh Renicky looking on his 120-foot pitch.
Yeah, and right after Kyle had also thrown the pitch behind the back of Nick Swisher, Swisher went and doubled off of Kyle.
And speak of the devil, Cowboy Kyle Lewis and his catcher Bill Leroy with mics on them right now. Oh! Fellas, you sound terrific.
Pico, give me a joke.
A joke? Okay, a man walks into a bar and he says, ouch. That's the whole joke.
I can't hear Bill at all. Kyle said he can't hear me, so maybe Nate should go out. I can't hear Bill.
Awesome.
I can hear you guys beautifully.
That's just what we want to hear.
We're going to have a quick 1-2-3 inning here, I think. Hopefully Vince can kind of figure it out. Start to figure out his zone a little bit.
It's been a tight zone early on for you, Kyle.
I can't even complain. It's been tight. Pico, watch this trick.
Give it to me. Oh!
Oh my God. I didn't think I was Strike from on the plate.
landed. That was pretty sick.
That's a beauty. Put it on the tick in the top.
Hey, let's see how good Todd can dance.
Man, the biggest quad from man ball. Now, guys, we were going to run you guys through kind of our pitch sequences and what we're going to do, but I can't hear Bill at all, so he can still kind of hear him.
Yeah, I'll call pitches.
Or you can hear him talk about it. So he's going to have to give him
We're going to go first pitch heater away right here. Holy God.
There we go.
Nice. Now, off this, we're going to tunnel it with a changeup. Kyle doesn't want it, but he's going to throw it anyway. That's such a bad changeup.
Is he roasting my changeup right there?
It's off squat. Shake off the full of hitter and go slide. Oh my God.
Right in the quad. It's not where you want to throw that.
That hit right in this massive quad. Oh yeah. Anybody want a 3-party with that?
You ever pull a changeup? I don't get to throw it enough, so it's kind of still a work in progress.
We appreciate you trying out the new pitch, Kyle.
Only good thing about that is the Bronson coming up the plate. Yeah. Really good.
Oh, we got a fucking donut batter.
Spring training.
It's super loud right now, so we definitely can't hear me. I'm going to go fastball away to start.
Good spot.
Well, we're going to shake off and go fastball in right here. No donuts, but we love weak contact. Ryan Cox is going to lay down and catch it, baby. And everybody's going to go to
I
sleep.
still don't know if I called it too.
Trick play for Coxie.
I'm not bad.
What do you say we get a little leopard contact here? Yeah, what do you want to say? Baber says he loves you.
You,
I
Jackson.
love Baber.
Vico said to hit you right in the hip. Let's go first pitch slider. Oh my gosh,
That was the best slider I've ever thrown in my life.
watch it. Shake off. He's going to take another one. Bring it back. Oh, he wants to throw another one. Okay.
Oh, that was the worst
That
slider.
was a terrible one.
Baseball.
Oh, man. But watch this. We're going to throw 3 in a row.
Ew.
Back at it.
Bill, you want to get him clapped?
What's that?
Let's get him clapping.
Yeah, let's clap.
Music start.
Here we go. Slow clap action.
Let's see how quick
Put
they
that
catch on.
music
Slow
off
clap.
and get the crowd
repeats
involved.
this,
That's what
by the
banana
way.
ball is all about. Slow it down, get the crowd involved. Hey, I'm on the big
Get
screen.
that going. What should we throw, fellas? Slider? Let's throw slider's playing pretty good.
I like slider.
Okay, big like slider.
White Castle special.
We're going to do it. Here we go. Oh,
No,
no.
I hung it.
But Rack's going to catch it. Let's get it.
That'll work.
See, Biko,
loved
I'm going to be
it,
completely honest. I wanted to throw a fastball up right there, and I think he would have swung underneath it.
Is that where you wanted that pitch, Bill? Is that where you
That was
wanted it up
exactly
here?
what I wanted, Kyle, yeah.
Oh my God, I can hear you.
With two strikes.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
What the heck? All right, here we go.
Better late than never. We got 2
Well,
outs.
great.
Points are back and better than ever.
Now Reese in the mound.
All right.
We got to throw up a 0 here, Bill.
There's a hole in Reese's swing right here. That's all. I told you. I told you, Biko. There's a hole in the swing.
Not many of them.
There's not many, but that was the exact spot. I really wanted that. And now he's going to make an adjustment to get to it, but we're going to put a change up.
It's the worst thing.
Nobody has to make any adjustments for that pitch.
Baseball. This baseball feels like a moment of
We're letting him look up though, so we're going to shake off and get fastball in, bring him back. Oh no, he missed away. This could get ugly. We're going to have a play at the plate because Taj is slow. Watch this. Taj is out. Throw him out. Let it eat. Let it eat. Let it eat. Oh, I wanted that. I wanted that.
And that's why you hit your spots.
That's an excellent piece of hitting by Reese Hampton. Now a little fireball conga line to celebrate. He's a tough cookie. What's the plan of attack for Dalton Cornett?
Reese is a tough cookie to get out. We missed our spot there by a little bit. Get hurt. DC, we're going to stay away from him. He's all on top of the plate. He likes to pull the ball. So if he's going to beat me, I'm going to make him beat me to left field, backside. So we're also going to stay away from him. Shake off. Like that. Perfect. Great spot.
I want to throw the changeup, but I don't feel great.
Then let's do this. Let's shake off and fastball up just a little bit.
That was an
Oh!
Great job. Oh, a little trick play action. Look at there. Hey.
Bill Kyle, that was illuminating. I love you both.
Thank you guys for allowing me. Oh, no. I don't know.
Hey, Kyle, Bill, I just got back from the bathroom. What did I miss?
Josh, what have you been doing?
I
What
missed
have
you that
you been
whole
doing?
inning, Josh.
You just got paid by the hour, Josh. Just sit on the toilet.
Hey, have fun the rest of the night, fellas.
See you
Love
guys.
you, Biko. Love you, Josh. Thank you guys for having me.
Love you guys. Right back at you. There go Bill and Kyle. Brandon Crosby with his first trick play of the year. It's a great time to give you the spark notes on his story because it's amazing. He's always been a true entertainer. Was in show choir in high school, and then when he got to junior college, ended up dropping out. But boy, oh boy, he ended up having an amazing collegiate career after that. 2 incredible years as a pro in the Pioneer League, and look at what he can do with that bat. In the scrimmages, took Fluky deep for a second inning 3-run walk-off nuke and a bat flip to the moon to boot.
Dude, he is going to be such a versatile weapon for the Bananas, has the ability to play multiple positions. And again, we see in the scrimmage the defensive abilities here. The sliding stop and still goes with a trick play up to himself to get the out.
Showtime will be due up third. First, we get another banana ball rookie. Gabe Howell holding down third base for the second straight night. And ahead 1-0 as that one bounces out of the mid of Taj Porter. Gabe 1 for 4 last night. Another man out of the Pioneer League. And another guy that has dominated out there.
Yeah, that's right, Gabe Howell. When you look at the isolated power numbers, subtracting the slugging percentage from your batting average, Gabe Howell had a .218 mark, which is well above the average across professional baseball. So he's going to bring a lot of thump to this Bananas lineup. It's a big reason you see him batting cleanup tonight. as they'll chop this one foul. The count will now run 2-2 against Howell.
And he's no stranger to banana ball. He was in the first banana ball game ever played, and his second of 2 campaigns as a collegiate banana back in 2020. Checks his swing, fouls it off. Delano cruising right now. Had a 1-2-3 first with 2 Ks.
And we touched on it last night as well, but it bears repeating. Gabe Howell also got to play the second ever banana ball game and collected the very first walk-off in banana ball history, as this one's going to be looped into shallow left field. Tanner Thomas tries to go behind the back and cannot come up with it. And so Gabe Howell did not stop hustling. Will get into second base on that trick play miss. One in each of the last 2 games now for Tanner Thomas.
We appreciate him going for it. It's the exact trick play that he failed to nail last night. Behind the back, and once again, just off the bottom of that mitt. Gabe Howell hustling all the way. It's 2 bases for his troubles. And now, the inning tying run in scoring position, Eric Jones Jr. Another one of our guys out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Former Mariners and Twins minor leaguer. That one just scrapes the inside corner. EJ not in love with the call. He's behind 0-1.
Yeah, and I think we've seen a couple of right-handed hitters now who haven't necessarily liked some of the calls coming on the inside part of the plate. And it's Delano jumping quickly ahead here of Jones 0-2.
Able to hold up on the high heat. Howell, great speed on second, 30 for 41 in his stolen base attempts for the Glacier Range Riders last summer. As EJ works the count to 2-2.
Yeah, and we'll see if EJ can work a really good AB here against Garrett Delano and possibly run it full. He had 29 ball 4 sprints for the Bananas, which led the team. Instead, here it's a swinging bunt, and Delano getting off the mound will flip underhand to Swanee. And that will move Gabe Howell up to third base now as Showtime comes up to the plate to make his banana ball debut.
Bananas first saw what Brandon Crosby can do at the Daytona, Florida tryout. Brandon spent this past offseason in Tampa, hanging out with his girlfriend, working on his craft. Originally, Crosby out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. Up there in the Richmond area. In fact, lived in Richmond for a little bit before that. And now with an 0-1 count, showing off his Michael Jackson-inspired dance moves. He came up with this MJ character just before he showed up to the tryout, did the entire thing in character, and it has caught fire behind the scenes here.
And what was so cool was he was not the only man up at the plate dancing to Smooth Criminal. Maceo in the first base coach's box dancing along with him.
They're both big fans of the King of Pop. Party Animals infield in, 0-2 pitch, flown deep out to left center. And it will be tracked down by Tanner Thomas, but plenty deep to drive in Howell. Crosby will moonwalk back towards the Bananas dugout after knotting this inning at a run each.
And that was a good professional decision by Gabe Howell. Shows his baseball instincts. Seeing that one hit really well off the bat of Brandon Crosby, but still waited and kept his foot on third base to see if Thomas might haul it in, which he did, and then successfully tagged up to tie this inning at a run apiece.
Yeah, Mr. Tinder Thomas shows his excellent speed and range out there in the outfield. As Danny Hosley gets his first debut of the tour. Shohei Ohtani of Banana Land. Best pitcher from a year ago, but do not discount his hitting ability either. Hit 287, a 387 on base percentage, and led the tour with his 28 walk-offs.
Yeah, Hosley was a very clutch hitter, batted well with runners in scoring position, but worth noting as well, over 50% of his total hits last season went for extra bases, 20 of which were doubles.
Works the count to 2-2. is 124 OPS plus, third best on the Bananas. It was only behind EJ and Dan Oberst.
We really showed that he's just very good at getting on base as he hits a little tapper. Chase Aka tries to go between the legs and struggles with the transfer there. So it's the second missed trick play of the inning for the Party Animals, and the Bananas can see if they can continue to rally with Jackson Olsen, the grade 8, coming up to the dish.
I do agree, trick play miss, but it's the speed of Danny Hosley that causes the fumble on the exchange there from Acuff as he tries to go between the legs. So now the inning-winning run aboard. And that one gets the outside corner on Jackson Olsen. Second baseman for the Nanners, 0 for 3 with a sprint last night. Was going to be a tough play there for Acuff, though. That one to Delano. Nice reaction time. He will get his first trick play of the tour. A doozy. Flips it behind his back to Swan. And the second inning will end tied 1-1.
It's not the most graceful trick play you will ever see, but it's a fun run from Garrett Delano. Didn't get a lot of comebackers hit back to him last season. He finally does, and that is his first career banana ball trick play.
Animals still up a point with 2 innings in the book. Macio's brought Party Animals and Bananas out for his player dance. Let's see how it goes. Maceo, Harrison, what a doozy. Zach Phillips, Flash the Kid, Reese Alexiades, and Ethan Scuja from the Bananas. Garrett DeClue, Drew Gillespie, Jake Lealios, and Brett Helton, as well as Dalton Ponce, all representing the Party Animals.
Yeah, it's just always fun to have both the Bananas and the Party Animals coming in to do the player dance.
Three, 4, 5 for the Party Animals here in the top of the third inning. Skoll, Fisher, and Thomas due to swing it with the boys in black and pink up a point, and we are joined by an incredibly special guest in the broadcast booth as Skoll flares that towards left center. Rack will grab it. Nick Swisher into the broadcast booth. Come on!
What's up, fellas?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely amazing, man. Just back for another Savannah Bananas game. Last year wasn't enough. Need to come back, catch a little more action this year.
It absolutely warms the heart, and it's just too right. We had to get pinstripe Bananas uniforms for your return to Banana Ball.
I really, really appreciate that. I know y'all did that for me. Just kidding. But just in general, man, look at this crowd. I mean, I know last night was amazing. Friday night, bro, here in Tampa, absolutely electric right now, man. Another packed out house, rightfully so. You know when the Bananas are in town, bro.
The opening night was special, but there's just nothing like a Friday night crowd. The Tampa Bay area bringing it, as is Lewis, Cox, Olsen, and Meadows out there for a little 3-2-2 dance. Swish, I bet you could pull that boogie off.
Yeah, bro, I got this. I got this down for sure.
Cutting a miss from Fisher, who struck out swinging his first time.
No, this is amazing. I mean, even just looking from last year to where we are now, just how much better the uniforms have gotten. I mean, just the overall staff has just built themselves up. Talking to Jesse just to see how everything's going, man. Could not be more proud of everything going on. Oh, almost an amazing catch.
It's going to dink in there for a base knock. DR went full Superman but lost the ball on the collision with the ground. Boy, that would have been a doozy. We'll get another gander at it. Oh, yeah. Short hopped him. He tried to fool the umpires. Teardrop Timothy says hello to Nick Swisher.
Oh, what's up, Teardrop?
I'm sure among many in the chat, pretty fired up.
This is amazing, man.
Yeah, we've got the 09 World Series champ with us. Now Tanner Thomas, who knifes that one foul. Did you get a good gander at the foul ball caught by a fan?
I did. And obviously one of the best rules that you have here in Banana Ball. I mean, I think the players enjoy it just as much as the fans do. I want to see it again tonight, bro. I think we've had a couple opportunities tonight. A couple just slipped out of the glove. Hopefully we can get a couple more of those tonight because I really enjoy those.
Now, did it make you nervous at all when you got into the box that your plate appearance might result in that?
No doubt. I don't know what would have been worse, punching out or popping up to a fan. I'm not sure, bro. I'm glad I didn't do either. I'll take that lazy fly ball to left. I mean, I felt like he was throwing missiles, especially when that first one went behind me.
Correct.
I was like, man, they did that to me last year, and I was like, no way he's going to do it again, bro. No way.
It was deja vu. I mean, that was exact same reaction.
It was amazing, man. I guess it's our thing now, you know? But just in general, I mean, Jesse called me, said, hey, man, are you in town? I said, yes, sir. He said, do you want to be part of the game? I said, absolutely. So to be able to do that walk-up with my daughters, dude, I mean, what a cool dad moment. And I'm sure a lot of fans here, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandparents, there's so many people that are out there in the crowd tonight. So they know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a core memory that kids will remember for a very, very long time.
Whoa, ugly swing down to a knee. Tanner Thomas strikes out on the Lewig slider. And how about Vincent Chapman with an emphatic strikeout celebration?
You know he gets it going, bro. He gets the chest going the whole nine. When the big man gets moving, bro, it's hard to slow him down, you know?
Yeah, Nick, going back to that walk-up you had with your daughters, what went into the song decision? Was that you? Was it a suggestion from your daughters?
You know what?
How'd you come to decide on that one?
I'm glad you asked that. Listen, bro, out of all the bangers we could have chose, right? Feel This Moment looked so perfect for the moment. It was my daughter, Emmy. It was her call. She absolutely loves it. My youngest daughter, Sailor, bro, you know she's a mini Swish.
Yeah.
For sure. So to see her and my oldest daughter, just be able to share that moment with them. I mean, listen, they were never able to watch me play as a professional.
Right.
So to be able to come and enjoy things like this is the next best thing I can do. And I'm telling you what, as my daughter would say, this filled my bucket tonight, Dad.
Come on!
That's exactly what it did, bro. It filled my bucket.
Oh, that gave me chills right there. Speaking of bangers, how about a little Black Eyed Peas remix with Chase Acuff coming up to the dish? Party Animals and Bananas getting in on that one.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I'm really impressed with the way the Party Animals have been swinging the bat. You know, last night, the Bananas, didn't get the sticks going. Tonight, a little slow as well. So I'm interested to see kind of how this season kind of pans itself out. The Party Animals have been talking a lot of trash. Ground ball over to third base. Over to first base for the third out of the inning. Let's get this thing moving on. Get the Bananas on the board. Let's go.
Kyle able to throw up a goose egg for the first time tonight. That is a big one. As Gabe Howell, he's so slick over at third base. I think he may have gone between the legs there.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. You know, when I talked to Jesse, one of the coolest,
He did it. There it is.
Yeah, one of the coolest things that we've been able to see is the fact that Banana Ball it's clean, but it's also like just the creativity you have to be able to play Banana Ball is on another level. And I think it creates good habits. It puts your body in places that you're not used to being. So I think for young kids, although it may look like it's kind of slappy from the outside, I really truly believe I played against a guy by the name of Khalil Green, which you guys might have remembered.
Of course.
Padre.
What an amazing shortstop. College, bro, Clemson. He absolutely just mashed his way into, like, I think it was a top 5 pick he might have been. But anyway, he used to work on these crazy plays going up the middle, these like spins and throws and all sorts of things. And I'd be like, why is this guy doing it? And then I'd watch it on ESPN and he'd be making that same play up the middle. But I think that's what the thing I really appreciate about this. These dudes and these kids, they work hard at their craft. It's not just something where they just roll into the ballpark and think they're going to do it. They talk about taking your vitamins every day and putting your work in And even though these guys doing all these trick plays, this isn't something that just kind of popped up. They know exactly what they're doing. They've worked their tails off, and it's super cool as an athlete to see that hard work being put in and working out for everybody.
Yeah, and just speaking to that more, I mean, we've seen Jackson Olsen and
Hard work being put
Ryan
in.
Cox.
Get it, big man! Let's go!
Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry,
you,
bro.
Jack.
Not to jump in on that, but this guy is feeling it, bro. Whoa! Whoa, it's a kid's show, bro.
Correct.
Clean it up
Correct.
there, Grandpa.
Josh, you were talking about Ryan Cox and Jackson Olsen.
Well, one heck of a kiss off there. We've got to
Correct.
applaud them for their hard work.
I really, the fact that they're still kissing like that, I can really appreciate that, man. That's going to be me one of these days, bro.
Yeah, just touching more on the trick plays. We've seen Ryan Cox and Jackson Olsen, that double play duo. They took over 500 ground balls a day just to practice trick plays at their positions. And Chase Acup, the Party Animals shortstop, has talked about how much emphasis he's placed on his footwork to put himself in a position every time to complete those trick plays.
Yeah, I mean, to be a great athlete, to be a great infielder, and I think to be a great baseball player, you have to have a great lower half. You have to have great feet. And I think that's one of the things that I'm watching. I see a lot of pre-pitch routines out here, which you see at the major league level. I see a lot of, of all kind of the overall fundamentals that you're normally used to seeing, on top of the little pizzazz, man, which I think at the end of the day, who doesn't want to see that? Who doesn't want to be entertained? For someone like me who played the game for as long as I did, bro, I'm a fan now. I want to be entertained. If I pay for something, I want to be entertained, and that's exactly what the Party Animals, the Bananas, and now hopefully the Firefighters, bro, going to get them all fired up for next year, bro. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Firefighters in Nationals Park this year.
Wow!
Yeah.
It's going to be epic, dude. I can't wait, man. Just overall, man. The teams. Look at this, bro. We're bouncing balls around. We're pulling behind the back. Let's go.
Trick play, Dustin Baber. He continues to stay red hot with him. 3 last night, 4 on the tour now. Another look at it. So nice to see it twice. So Coxey bounces out. Now Bill Leroy will be up there at the dish. The guy who was the mastermind behind your first pitch prank a year ago.
One of my favorite guys, dude. So great. I mean, remember that? And then he crawled between my legs. I mean, I got the full banana ball treatment last year. What an amazing opportunity, man. I just think for myself, it just goes to show you, man, like, do things right in life. Treat people right. Do things the right way, man, and you'll get opportunities to play in things like this. So I think for myself, man, to Jesse, the rest of the Banana family, man, like, thanks for having me, man. Like, I love this, man. It's so, so cool. Everybody, if you haven't gotten a chance to get out there and see this in person, y'all are missing out, no doubt. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh, we got,
Yeah.
oh, whoa, we got the bull. Whoa.
Ride him, cowboy. Delano bucked off by Dodge Porter. I don't think he got the 8 seconds there. But it was a valiant ride. Swish, we would literally keep you up here all night. I would also like to extend the invite to you. We have 90 more Banana Ball games. Any game you would like, listen, the invite's always open. But we want to get you back with your daughters, wherever you would like to take in this game. Thank you so much for joining us,
You
dude.
guys
You're
are
the
great, man. Dude, congratulations on everything you guys have accomplished so far. Keep the grind, man. Keep going. We're all watching and rooting y'all on, man.
Can't wait to see you again, Big Tiger.
Got it, baby. Y'all take care of
Thank you
yourself.
so much,
Thank
Nick.
you, gentlemen. Take it easy, fellas.
There goes Swishalicious, back to cause trouble wherever he ends up in George M. Steinbrenner Field. We got it, you know it, as he leaves the broadcast booth. Oh my gosh, we would have kept him up here for the rest of this 9-inning ball game, but I had to let my conscience win over there and free him from our grasp.
I didn't even have time to tell him the story about going to his very first game as an Atlanta Brave. And he was talking about pizzazz on a baseball diamond, hits the go-ahead double, gets his first Braves hit, and then does the chop at second base as he's put the Braves in front. That was showmanship out there, and it really impacted the game. It's a big reason why I remember that one so much.
Ultimate feel from Swish, 1-2-3 inning for Delano, and let's get it down to our Party Animals correspondent, Drake Toll. What do you got going on?
Oh, Biko, Josh, Swish talks about energy, my friends, energy. Well, Biko, Josh, I got Jake Lealios here who's not stopped dancing all night. Jake, how do you do it?
Energy is a tool. Fear is a tool. We strike fear into the hearts of our enemies through dance.
Bronson Ballholm, who you saw go to the plate earlier, a brand new party animal, watches Jake dance all day. And Bronson, you told me he is your life inspiration. Is this the guy that keeps you dancing all day long?
I mean, I can't stop. I mean, he just fires me up, and I'm ready to go whenever I hear about him. So I can't stop.
Jake, what does the number 11 mean to you?
It's a lucky number, and it sounds like our win streak after tonight.
Bronson, como se dice?
Party!
Josh, Biko, it's been a party in the dugout. These boys have not stopped dancing yet. The difference so far tonight, the energy, and that's why it's 1-0. Good guys for now. We'll send it back to you in the booth.
Bronson, Jake, and Drake, thank you very much. You cannot not argue with the impeccable vibes in the third base dugout.
Jake Lealius is the biggest energy guy the party animals might have. I see those hips shaking, and to be honest, I feel a little twitch in my body as well.
We'll see if that energy infusion from Lealios can get Ballholm in the hit department. He is due up third this frame. Before him, Jason Swan and Taj Porter. Swanee fouled out to a fan his first time. Second foul out to a fan in as many nights here in Tampa Bay. And now with the 2-1 count, Vincent Chapman will call time. And serenade the 288 straight sold-out Bananas crowd. Over 10,000 strong Bananiacs here in the Alligator State this evening, in GMS in particular. I'm sure there's far more than 10,000 fans across all of Florida, but the folks who have all brought themselves here to the spring training home of the New York Yankees, getting a phenomenal show from the home plate umpire there.
That was a near 90-degree launch angle of the mask from Vincent Chapman, and that came from us from TrackMan. It is incredible that they're picking that stuff up.
He continues to just have elite analytical results no matter what he's doing out there in the middle of the diamond. Nice front door bender there from Kyle to even the count at 2-2. That one on the inside of the hands. DR Meadows thought about backflipping. There was some English on it, and he thought better of it at the last second, down a point. Made sure he secured the leadoff out here in the fourth.
Yeah, you could see the way that DR Meadows was lining up that ball. It genuinely looked like he was really prepared to pull off the backflip catch, but just a slight amount of backspin made him second guess here. Instead, we'll haul it in normally, and still, it's an out that Kyle Lewis is going to take as the Bananas are down 1 point in this ball game.
Seeing a lot of requests for a Drake Toll emote in the YouTube chat. I'm sure Colbite or Scott Thompson can get on that one. It would be fun to add into the arsenal as Taj Porter with a mighty swing and a miss. He's behind 1-2. And Cowboy Kyle is now going to try for a 120-ish foot strikeout just in front of second base.
And this has become one of the signature moves for Cowboy Kyle. Porter struck out twice tonight. Can Kyle do it again? Oh, Bill tried the frame, but a little high.
Pinch up and out. And Kyle's going to fire the 2-2 from the same spot. That one drifts outside as well. I don't know if he's throwing change-ups or something. That was some gnarly movement. He fakes the crow hop pitch and will go from the stretch for the 3-2. It is roped into right field. Second hit of the tour for Taj Porter, who was plunked his first time, and continues to do what he's done all throughout his collegiate and professional career. Get on base.
And that's pretty impressive from Taj Porter, not being fazed by Cowboy Kyle, trying to get the long strike out there, takes the 3-2 pitch and punches it into right field for a base hit.
And now the aforementioned Dunkin' Donut hitter of the evening, Bronson Ballholm. Behind 0-1. Kyle is 33% of the way there. Got to pop out to short. A trick play to Ryan Cox his first time.
And trying to urge the crowd to only get louder here as he prepares for the 0-1. And this one's chopped to Jackson Olsen. He'll go under the legs. Cock tries for the double trick play, and unfortunately, they will only get the fielder's choice here. Balholm replaces Porter at first base.
Bronson runs exceptionally well for the guy whose primary position is behind the dish. You get another look here. Olsen's second trick play of the night, fourth of the tour. And a base knock up the middle for Dustin Baber after he lined out sharply to left his first time when I called a fourth straight curveball from Cowboy Kyle against Bill Leroy's best wishes. Brian Vehicle shouting out the broadcaster from Saugerties. Thank you so much, Brian. I think I know who that is.
Saugerties scallywag himself, Biko Scala.
Get up in Ulster County. That is what they call me. DR Meadows will grab that one, struck well, but straight to Reese Hampton's counterpart, who is finally retired in his third trip to the dish. And Kyle has thrown back-to-back scoreless frames. The Bananas once again will just need one run to tie this game in the all-important points category.
Yeah, Kyle has really settled in and been able to scatter hits across the last 2 innings. His last 2 minutes per inning marks a 4-minute and 12-second third inning, and now a 3-minute and 56-second fourth.
Our good friends here in the citrus capital of the country. Hey, babying with the Bananas and party animals alike, and what a beautiful sight it is. I think after that Taj Porter single, I saw Party Animals hitting coach and first base coach Anthony Coromato giving him some kind of sweet treat over there. And I was reminded of it because I saw Mike Vivacis, whose mom, Roseanne, has blessed us for the second straight year with a massive amount of baked ziti, meatballs, and ricotta cheese.
Oh, we had that last year during one of the lunches, and it was out of this world good. Oh my goodness. We are so blessed to have some family of the guys within our organization who bless us with some tasty treats.
Yeah, and if I know the Italian stallion, Mr. Coromato, over at first well at all, I'm guessing it was one of those meatballs. I think he's bringing meatballs out to first base and blessing his hitters who reach first with a little taste of those tasty balls.
That feels on brand. Feels on brand. So, I bet Chris Sacchi wishes he could get down there too. You know, our expert Italian liaison, you might say.
You could say that. Emmanuel Rosario in the chat. Manny, great to see you. Robert Anthony Cruz leading off the bottom of the fourth. And he's on the mic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Coach Rat. This is my second game in Banana Land. Is this fun or what? So, as if hitting isn't hard enough, today we're going to do an at-bat coaching you guys. So I need everybody on their feet. Everybody on their feet. Give me your best batting stance. Let's see what we got. Okay, best batting stance. Show it to me, all of you guys. You guys doing this at-bat with me? All right. Make sure we get down in those legs. Now, once I get up here, okay, we got to show good sportsmanship. So if Delano gets me out, I want all of us to tip our cap. However, if I manage to get on base, if we manage to get on base, we're going to do the Raxelli. All right? Sound like a plan? All right, let's do it. First pitch, we can drive something up the middle. Here we go. Big hack. Everybody stare down Delano. Sir Dominance. Here we go.
Sir Dominance.
Tell him Rack taught
you. Delano, ever the heel. Oh, here we go. Riedel headsets coming on. Understandable, you get the fan challenge there. They're hoping Delano will eat his words. Zach Frangelo will slap on the headset. Oh, we got you. And we got Vincent on the headset as well. Let's get our replay coming from our control room in Savannah. And the play stands as of now. Maybe, yep, one more angle. And the play still stands.
Call is confirmed.
Correct.
Call is confirmed.
Gary Glover with the correct call. He rightfully celebrates with Reggie and Vincent for his success in umpiring Banana Ball.
Yeah, and the fans 0 for 2 now in challenges on the season here, but how can you not use the fan challenge when you've got Rack mic'd up? You know, I'm surprised he didn't even urge them to pop that challenge either.
There was no need. Dan Oberst, oh baby! Dan Oberst demolishes it deep to left. It's obliterated. The Nanners walk off the fourth. Our first home run of the tour is from the mighty Danny Oberst.
Dan Oberst has left George M. Steinbrenner Field. 7 home runs last year for the Bananas in a game, a walk-off in Cooperstown. Now he gets the first one for the Bananas here in Tampa Bay.
There's the patented powerful stomp on the dish. And now a smooth boogie to celebrate his success in demolishing a Banana Ball. Trackman had that one 100 miles per hour off the bat with a 32.57 degree launch angle. Thank you, Parker, one of our 2 terrific Trackman men, alongside the legend himself, Bryson, as you get another look at the swing. Just able to keep it fair, and that was the only question on if the Bananas were going to win the 4th inning right then and there.
And look, Dan batted .464 against Garrett Delano last season, also had a home run against the righty, and once again, he gets the better of the Cowboy out there on the mound.
Here's Emily Cole for our Bananas Foster Family of the Night.
Without a permanent home. To raise awareness and help bring families together, we started a nonprofit called Bananas Foster. That organization is dedicated to celebrating people who are already doing amazing things in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Queen family. The Queens have been licensed since 2008 and have welcomed 60 children into their home. Fans, please help us celebrate the Bananas Foster Family of the Night for all that they do for this community.
As our dear friend Nick Swisher said just a couple innings ago when he joined us on the broadcast, these are the type of moments that it's all about. Banana Ball is one big family, and when you get to see both teams come together around real-life superheroes in the foster community, it just fires me right up.
The Queen family, literal queens.
Since 2008, 60 children have been welcomed into their home. And Mr. Talevsky, your wordplay is spot on, buddy.
I appreciate that, my friend.
As the Queen family, the big boisterous bunch they are, departs the field, Noah Nisnik will make his Banana Ball debut, replacing Cowboy Kyle Lewicks, who goes 4 innings. Ends up allowing 3 runs, but his last 2 frames were scoreless, and his Bananas teammate for the past 6 years, Dan Oberst, leaves him with a tie ball game Josh, we have a funky lefty here making his banana ball debut.
Yeah, he played college ball at Southeast Missouri State University, and he might come to be known as Niz Nasty here around Banana Land. A great strikeout to walk ratio across his collegiate career. And look, the Bananas only had one lefty coming out of the pen last year. It was 76-year-old Bill Lee. And now they've got a guy like Noah Nisnik who they're really excited to have.
We're seeing fastball, circle, changeup, and a curveball is the three-pitch mix. And he's got a 1-1 count here on Dalton Cornette. You see 3 1-for-2 on the night. There's that big curveball. It is blasted high and deep down the right field line, and it's going to be warning track power. Benny Hosley there as it tumbles out of the sky.
Man, just when you thought the short porch here in right field might help Dalton Cornette, Danny Hosley ranges over and is able to haul in that first out for Noah Nisnik. That is definitely what he was looking for to start this outing, and it's a good spot for the Bananas to bring him into the ballgame in as well, considering just faced the lefty Cornette. Now we'll have Skull and Thomas, other lefties, do up.
And as we reach the 1 hour mark, it is time for our first halftime show of the tour. Let's get it down to Tyler Gillum and the boys.
All right, everyone, let's get this over with. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. And on to the infamous 2001 Bubble Bowl. And briefly, we'll be back to Banana Ball.
Pico, I wasn't even 1 year old when the Bubble Bowl occurred, but I do remember vividly that it was the first memory I ever had growing up. Witnessing that performance from SpongeBob and the gang.
Correct.
Really touching that we would do it right before Super Bowl Sunday, no less.
Just made too much sense as a random fan airdrops me something. I don't know why I accepted it. A curiosity got the better of me. Some kind of video game screenshot. I'll go back to that later.
You know, that's why they call you Whiskers. You're curious like a cat.
I do love those silly little creatures. Big Bender gets the low outside corner. Talk about stealing a strike. Trackman had it a smidge low, but tough to tell on big benders like that, and then Nisnik follows it up with the heater. The difference in velocity, Trackman had the bender at 69 and the heater at 89.
Yeah, it's definitely hard for batters to readjust here, and we'll see if Nisnik goes off speed against Skull. He does, waits patiently for it. Crosby thought about fielding it himself and tries to get back to the bag as Olsen wound up fielding it in the shallow outfield grass. And it's Skull able to reach on a miscommunication here between the Bananas' right side of the infield.
Yeah, it'll go as an infield single. As you look again, yeah, he just barely beat Brandon to the bag. Chalk that one up to Crosby's first time in a Skull shift. Didn't realize he had his second baseman in shallow right field in what's normally the 4-hole. Skull's already swiped second tonight. Skull third base last night. And here he goes. Throw from Leroy, never had a chance. 3 for 3 on the year is Jake Skull in stealing bases.
And boy, if Skull continues to run like this all tour long, he is going to be a serious problem for whoever is behind the plate for the Bananas. He is only concerned about getting up into scoring position and just letting a single or a sprint drive him in.
Noah Fisher fooled there on the nasty changeup. That plate's down and away from him. Big 2-2 pitch from Nisnik. And that's a great take. Count runs full. This is where Noah has to find the zone. He does, and it's lined straight to Gabe Howell. Fisher continues to have excellent contact, but nothing to show for it there. He's now 1 for 3 on the night.
And great reaction time by Gabe Howell as well, who has really looked comfortable so far at handling these hot liners over to the left side of the diamond.
Now it'll be Tanner Tinder Thomas. We talked about it last night. It's one of the rare cases of actually hitting lefties better than righties. It's gone all the way back to his Virginia Tech and Tallahassee Community College days. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double so far in this ball game, and he's ahead 3-0 now.
Yeah, he batted .368 against the lefties in 2023, and he drew 2 sprints last night for the Party Animals, and he's going to draw his third now of the tour, and it should bring around Skull. High-fiving Vivacis at third base as he now crosses the plate, and it's the Party Animals scoring a run off of Noah Nisnik in his first inning of work in his Banana Ball career.
And they'll celebrate with their patented red light, green light dance. I've been on the record before. It's one of my favorite celebrations in Banana Land, and Brett Helton leading the charge. A big reason why. He gets that derriere of his awful low to the ground. And now spins in circles. The Colorado Springs kid is just a ball of energy. Now going loosey-goosey.
If I saw that anywhere that wasn't a baseball diamond, I would be terrified of Brett Helton.
Chase Acuff now. 1 for 2 with the base knock in the first inning. Ahead 1-0 as Tanner leads off of first. Nubs that one foul. Cue ball. Grabbed by Malachi Mitchell.
And look, once again, we need to credit Jake Skull for being the reason the Party Animals were able to get a run across the board here in the 5th inning. That stolen base was huge for them as Tanner Thomas was able to be patient, draw that sprint, and drive in a run for the Animals as Jackson Olsen goes under the legs and flips onto Showtime at first base. And it's another trick play on the night for Jackson Olsen.
It's number 3 for the Great 8. Number 5 on the tour. He has patented that underleg flip as he's moved from third to second base. But the Party Animals push a run across. And the game knotted at a point apiece. Delano out for his 5th inning of work. He'll have to keep the Bananas off the board to give the Party Animals the lead again. We'll get it back down to our Party Animals correspondent, Drake Toll, who has a special guest via our incredible mic'd up technology.
Hey, so I got Tanner Thomas here, and Tanner, let's walk. We're going out to left field, right? So you can hear me right now in both ears.
I cannot, actually.
Okay, well, we're going to figure that out. We're working on that.
Okay.
Tanner, you blow kisses a lot, right? Who are you blowing kisses to?
To all the single ladies. That's just about it.
Well, Tanner, I have to go back over there because this certainly isn't legal in Banana Ball. But before I go, and I'm going to continue to ask you questions here.
That's fine.
I noticed that you weren't at dinner last night. Any thoughts on that?
I was just really craving some Frosted Flakes last night. It's my favorite cereal, and that's really all I really wanted. So they didn't serve that last night, so I had to go get myself some.
All right, Tanner, can you hear me at all here?
I cannot.
You don't got nothing right here?
I can't hear it.
I could yell at you from distance, Tanner, but that might not go very well. All right,
Lord.
Josh, Biko, I tell you what, I'll send it back to you guys in the booth, but I will say for a second, I don't know if Tanner was actually enjoying Frosted Flakes last night. I heard Tanner Tinder. Yeah?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Well, hello, Tanner Thomas.
Hi.
Hey, so give me this. I was told that you weren't eating Frosted Flakes last night instead of dinner. I was told you skipped dinner for a different reason. Can you give me, I'll segue it like this, Tanner. What's an update with the ladies? Because that seems to be something that you do care so much about.
I'm really just trying to get, I just got a message the other day about Love Island.
Oh.
I blew them
off.
Whoa.
Love Island messaged you.
They did. Well, not the account Love Island, but I got a casting producer reach out to me. But obviously I had bigger and better things to do here in left field in Tampa Bay.
Tanner, when did they film Love Island?
I got no clue. I just know
you didn't ask questions, Tanner?
No.
Tanner, this could have been your big, but you could have found love on literally Love Island.
Yeah, but we will figure that one out later.
All right, so let me ask you this then. The Tanner Tinder Thomas thing. First and foremost, how did the nickname Tinder get thrown in there? Is it just the alliteration?
No, so it was Summer Ball of 2019, I believe.
Oh.
I don't even need to run for that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's automatic.
Oh,
Look at that.
behind the back! Reese Hampton! Behind the back catch! Tanner, are you kidding me?
I knew I didn't need to go
Did
for that
you
one.
see that?
Yeah, that
Tanner, the no look behind the back. That is spectacular. Tanner, you're not near as fired up about this as you should be.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to expect that. Watch this.
Oh.
We're going to approach the green right here. If he looks at me.
Yep.
Hey, Reese.
It's like a 150-foot putt. And nailed it. All right, so you're playing Summer League Baseball, and the nickname Tinder comes up.
It does. So I decided to be a gentleman one night up in Massachusetts. And, I went on a nice little date.
I decided to be a gentleman one night. Talk to him nice, Tanner.
I hope that doesn't sound cocky at any means. I try to be a gentleman at all times. But I went on a date with a Tinder girl up in Massachusetts.
She was tender as in T-E-N-D-E-R?
No, she wasn't. That's why I stopped talking to her.
This guy. All right, so you go on this date, which I've been around baseball players. Most of them have the Tinder app if they're single. So why did you get stuck with the nickname?
I think it's just because I have multiple T's in my name. To be honest, it just rolls right off the tongue.
So it is more or less an alliteration thing. I found out recently that you can submit like a 15-second audio of yourself so that someone can hear what you sound like before they swipe right.
Yeah.
What would your 15-second audio be?
That's a really good question.
Yeah,
that
thanks.
Stuff really creeps me out, to be honest. But I'd probably say, let's see here. I'm trying to think of a dad joke, but I can't really think of one off the top of my head. I'd be like, away, Titanic.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's run in together.
That was a terrible icebreaker.
Titanic? That wasn't good at all.
That was a terrible icebreaker,
you would not
bro.
have gotten the date. It's not an icebreaker. It's literally what's on a Tinder profile.
He don't get it.
Tanner, 26, lives near you. Tanner Tinder Thomas, thanks so much.
Thank you, Drake.
I see ya.
Drake told Tanner Thomas, thank you guys so much. As we salute all the service members, both past and present, here in GMS. We pass that on to everybody watching, and you see Mike Vivacis down there still in awe at the trick play from his center fielder, Reese Hampton, with an absolute doozy. And up here in the booth, we are at awe that New York Yankees catcher Jose Trevino has joined us. Jose,
what's up?
5 innings into your first ever live Banana Ball game. I would love your thoughts.
This is amazing. I think if you have not been to a live show yet, you need to be here. You need to get here because this is amazing. I mean, it was 2 hours till the game started, and people, you could feel the electricity like around the whole stadium. I was driving in at like 4:30, and the bridge over here was packed. So it's I mean, it's worth it, man. If you have not been out here, you need to get out here.
Jose, what has blown your mind more? The fan catches of foul balls for outs, or the copious amounts of trick plays that we've seen from the Bananas and Party?
I love the trick plays, but getting the fans involved is always a big thing, and I think that's awesome. I think more fans, you just need to bring your club to the game. Like, just get into it. Like, understand the rules of banana ball. But this is awesome. That dude just threw some money up in the air, by the way.
Correct. It's not real money, but Vincent Chapman still hasn't figured that out. It's Sewannee's second season. Vincent continues to go to places and tries to pay for things with this. 1-1 count on Swan. It's 7-8-9. Porter and Balholm due to swing it as well. Noah Nisnik out for his second inning of work. Now, Jose, you've been watching... Oh, cue ball, foul. You've been watching Bill Leroy behind the dish for the Bananas, Taj Porter for the Party Animals. Are there any tricks that you've been seeing from them that you think could get you another platinum glove?
I like the behind the back throws. I think I'm going to have to try that, maybe to third base. I don't know if I have that much. Are we going to flip here? Yes, we are. Let's go.
Jose Trevino, you know your banana
yes.
ball.
Yes.
DR Meadows back flipping.
Yo, DR is a stud. I mean, he came to my tournament in Corpus, man, and he pulled one of these out, and people went crazy. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Lined
that's
up
awesome.
to absolute perfection. He nails the landing, too.
You could see earlier he wanted to do one, and he kind of like, not yet. But that was awesome.
Yes.
What, we got 7-3 on the trick plays?
Oh, baby, we're tracking them up there.
Yeah.
7 for the Nanners, 3 for the Party Animals now.
Yeah, but I think the behind-the-back throws, I love that. I think Bill is doing an amazing job, man. I think both guys are doing awesome, so this is great.
Bill will celebrate Noah Nisnik's first career strikeout as a Banana.
Do they keep that ball, or do they just give him a banana after the game?
You know what? I think the latter.
Idea.
I think the latter.
Yeah.
A ceremonial banana for your first K.
Find a way, dude. I'm right in the camera. Home.
Now it'll be Bronson Balholm, the Dunkin' Donut hitter. So if he strikes out,
I need this.
Everybody gets
need
donuts.
This.
You included.
My son loves donuts, so we need this. That's a strike. I'm calling that a strike.
It's going to be a pinch low. So far, pop out and ground out for the switch hitting.
I'm calling that right there, too.
Extra hitter? Yeah, Vincent gave you that one.
I would call... If I'm the donut hitter, this is just an idea.
Yes.
I would actually go up wearing that donut and try to hit. Why not?
We need you in Banana Land, Jose. That's genius.
Give me a few years. Give me a few. Oh, here we go. Come on, we need one.
You know, Jose, we've seen guys in the box on pogo sticks, jumping on trampolines. I mean, you go up with a donut inner tube. I think it's fair play.
Yeah, you either a donut hat, donut helmet, or something like that. Maybe a donut on the bat, you know?
You think Cowboy Joe West would have accepted that?
I think he'd be all right. He'd figure it out. Come on.
There
we got a donut. We got a donut.
And the place erupts. Zach Phillips firing the inflatable donut in the air in celebration. Nisnik 2 Ks. That's how you do it right there.
First career donut K. First career donut K.
First career donut K and a 2-minute and 49-second inning to boot for the lefty on the mound.
I love it. I love it.
Well, as we settle down from the pandemonium of over 10,000 fans getting free donuts, let's pop back up to the booth because we have a mutual friend. And in fact, we wouldn't have been blessed with the presence of J.J. Falcone if it was not for you. And I don't know, I would love that story to be told. I also would love to know if you've ever seen the video of his first pitch thrown in Banana Land.
How perfect was that? How perfect of a pitch was that?
I've got chills right now.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, JJ and his family, they had reached out, and it's a little school kind of down the road. I can't watch right now.
I know.
But, you know, he's, man, his family, just great people, and they had reached out to me and asked if I could come out and, you know, visit with JJ, and they said that I was one of his favorite players, and in a hurry, I went over there to his school, hung out with him for the day. He was doing a showing for his goat
Yeah.
So
from 4-H club.
Yeah. So I ended up giving him a jersey of mine, and I didn't know he was going to do this, but he ended up wearing my jersey. So he ended up wearing my jersey to show, and they usually those things are, I don't know if you know anything about them, but they're very strict. Like no hats, got to be tidied up, like everything. So I mean, it was an honor for JJ to do that, and I just blessed to know him. They're family to me. The Falcone family, that was a tough day for me personally, just because I got to know him so well and so quick. Like, I felt like we became best friends, like, right away, and I felt like I was texting him more. I felt like I was bugging him because I'm just like, hey, JJ, how's it going? How you doing? Thinking about you, and he made me a belt, man, and I'm going to wear it for as long as I can. I don't even care if I'm not with the Yankees, I'm with another team, I'm still going to wear the belt until somebody says, like, hey, you got to do something. And then hopefully I can give them the meaning behind it and say, you know what, like, I don't care what you say, I'm wearing this belt because, it means a lot to me. And for JJ to make that for me, I'm hoping it lasts forever, man, because, with him, I enjoyed every moment I had with JJ.
Yeah, truly special. And like I said, we have you to thank that he became a Savannah Banana. He had what is one of the coolest, if not the coolest moments.
Man, it was awesome.
I've seen in my entire life. He threw a strike right down the middle. I've absolute chills. I nearly jumped through the ceiling of the broadcast booth.
Awesome. It was awesome.
We were screaming.
Yeah.
We were screaming.
His mom had sent me the video, and I was like, man, so I had texted Bernsey, and I was like, Brad, man, like, please, like, if you can just do this for me. I love this kid. This kid's awesome. And he was like, yeah, let me see what I can do. And I didn't know that he was going to do everything for him. You know what I mean? And that's just what y'all do here in Banana Land, man. Y'all go all out, and it's amazing. This has been everything and more of what I thought it was going to be, man. This is amazing. Amazing.
JJ, we know you're watching now. We miss you more than you could ever imagine. What a superstar.
Yep.
And really special that we got to spend so much time with him. So thank you for that, Jose.
Yeah.
And the toughest transition back into Banana Ball possible. Dalton Ponce making his Banana Ball debut.
Ooh.
And Hosley fouls away the 2-2. How about that? Heater right down the joint.
He's ready to go. You can tell the hitters are still getting adjusted, though. You can see kind of where the foul balls are going, kind of tell you, like, ooh, is that a strike? Ooh. Tough pitch.
Trackman.
Tough pitch.
Liked it. Outside corner.
Oh.
As a catcher,
I love it.
Yeah,
As a catcher, I love it. As a catcher, I love it. As a hitter, I'm having a tough time with that one.
How about that? Dalton Ponce rings the bell in his first ever.
I need Jackson to go deep here. I need him to go deep. Oh, good swing.
That's a big cut. It was very cool to see a bunch of bananas going out to Corpus Christi and hanging out with you guys.
I mean, they did an unreal job, and I'm hoping next year we can get a few more. If anybody wants to come, you can ask the guys that win, man. It was awesome. We have something special for next year too, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Now, Jose, from all the stuff, you've been around the Bananas a lot of times outside of the baseball diamond. What has impressed you the most about the players, the coaches, and the people you've been around?
Man, everybody's so down to earth. It's not only like a show out here. It's not only a show out here. Ain't nobody catching that.
Not
right?
caught.
No
not
way.
caught.
I'm not. You got to stay away from that.
Correct.
But they're awesome. Like off the field, they're amazing. They're good dudes. They're genuine dudes, and they love what they do. Come on, get there.
Oh,
what a play!
Between the legs.
What a play!
360, Dustin Baber. That's a doozy.
Absolute razzle-dazzle from Dustin Baber in midair, goes 360 and throws it on to Jason Swan. That's an absolute beauty of a trick play.
I like that. You can see Jackson give him his flowers right there. He's like, yep, great job, good play.
Some second baseman to second baseman love.
Come on, Coxie, come on.
Another one of your guys.
Yes. No, that's a ball. Ooh, Trackman might have liked that one. Just off?
Just off on Trackman.
Uh-oh. That's up. Too high. I'm running that. That might be a triple.
Little Bermuda triangle action. Jason Swan's able to find it. That's a tough play. And that will do it. Dalton Ponce with an easy breezy 1-2-3. First ever inning in Banana Ball. Jose, we would keep you all night long, but we got to let you get back with the boys and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you so much.
As a diehard Yankees fan, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck this year.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank
I
you
love
so
that
much,
shirt.
Jose. I appreciate that. Got to back Bill.
I need to find out where you got that, because I'll wear that. I'll wear that shirt.
We'll let you know.
I'll wear that shirt.
Jose, I've got a spare. I'll send you.
All right, I love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jose Trujillo. There goes Jose, the catcher of the New York Yankees. And we can stay right in the booth as Josh and I take center stage. It is time to give away a free pair of Hokas. Check that. They could be Hokas. They are free pairs of shoes courtesy of Zappos this year. I'm still living in 2023. There will be a link in the comments section and in the description of this here YouTube broadcast. You click that, fill in all of the relevant information, and at the end of the broadcast on the post-game show, we will announce the lucky winner. Checked all the boxes, right?
Yes, and of course we've got to announce our buzzword to the people as well.
That's
our
right.
Our buzzword tonight is, drum roll please, Pico. Barrel! Could be a nod to Michael Deeb. Could be a little tease of somebody we might see on the mound for the Bananas tonight.
I love it. I love it. Okay, barrel, B-A-R-R-E-L, is your buzzword this evening to give yourself a chance of a free pair of shoes courtesy of Zappos. Thank you to everybody who is watching. This has been one of my favorite broadcasts of all time.
This is an all-timer if you ask me. And by the way, I think Mr. Bailey would congratulate you on your spelling there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bailey. I've surprisingly never once been in a spelling bee. As down on the field, look, we've got I would love to keep the camera on us all night long, you know, as broadcasters. We are vain people, but Noah Bridges, there it is. Okay, we got the very end of it. Noah Bridges boogieing with our fan down there. That's a special one. We'll see if we could possibly get a replay. Now I'm asking for everything from our great people in the control room in Savannah. But I was quite impressed by the TikTok dance of Bridges and our fan out there, who is going to be the winner. Yeah, ask and you shall receive. Slow-mo! Look at these guys.
You kidding me, control room?
They are on fire. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. I love you guys. You continue to absolutely dazzle me at every turn.
The best crew in sports, baby.
That's a fact. Dustin Baber down to a knee. Chucks his empty mug to Brett Helton and will waddle into the box. Noah Nisnik out for his second inning of work. And gets the bottom of the zone. Baber can't believe that Vincent called that one a strike. This one lifted out to right. Lining it up, Danny Hosley's there for out number one.
Yeah, thought Haas might have a chance at a trick play here with the inning just starting, but instead opts to just corral that one in. And it's Noah Nisnik wanting the ball in a hurry to try and set some kind of an MPI record, and why wouldn't he after, again, he threw a 2-minute and 49-second inning in the sixth.
To the top of the order we go. Reese Hampton, 1 for 2. A sprint, a run driven in, a run scored, and a line out. 3 for 3 in quality at-bats, as my JV baseball coach Joe DeFino would say. And now Reese, the switch hitter, ahead 2 balls, no strikes.
By the way, Biko, we are tracking the beer stats in at-bats for Dustin Baber. 0 for 2 on the year so far.
Okay, it's the important...
But fans, we will keep you updated.
Correct.
Rest assured.
One of the most important numbers in banana ball. Reese at his natural side as a righty. Very dangerous ahead 3-1, and tried to take a big old cut on that one. Came up empty. Right around the bottom of the zone. Now a payoff. Cut and a miss. 3-2 changeup and a doozy from Noah Nisnik, who is cruising in his debut. He's retired all 5 party animals. That's his 3rd K.
Yeah, Noah Nisnik just having an absolutely dominant performance on the mound. And how about this? With 2 outs, it is Tyler Gillum announcing Dakota Stilts All-Britain coming out onto the field to play to man first base.
This is a dangerous move, even though Nisnik has retired all 5 party animals, as you get a look at Dakota's pitching statistics there. Not sure if they're really pertinent to this situation, but I appreciate the graphic getting up. Dalton Cornett loves to yank balls towards that first base spot. And on 5-foot stilts, Albritton cannot get that enormous glove of his to the ground. We'll see if this comes back to bite the Bananas coaching staff as they trail by a point here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, and it's always interesting as well to see the defense making throws onto first base with a guy as tall as Stilts there at first. And also it might be interesting to possibly see the sprint defense if Dalton Cornett can draw the sprint instead. That one shot towards Stilts and just couldn't get the glove out and snare that one.
Throw to second in time! Ryan Cox with the tag between his legs. Cornett can't believe the call from Reggie Liggins, but for now he's gunned down.
And we'll see if the party animals might challenge here, but how about that play from Ryan Cox? This was a move he tried to pull off in a couple of the scrimmages, going under the legs, no look, and applies the tag on Cornett. Are you kidding me?
DC3 adamant that he was safe. See if we can get one more gander at that. Misnick fired up. We've got a blindfolded pillow fight coming. So maybe we'll get one more peek at the conclusion of this fascinating promotion. Boy, oh boy. It'll be a single. And what a beautiful throw from Danny Hosley, who truly can do it all. Oh my gosh, that's a knockout swing. Our man is down, stumbling to his feet, and he's still alive. One of the most brutal swings I've ever seen in blindfolded pillow fight history. Now we've got a heck of a duel going on between Mr. Plaid Shirt and khaki shorts. That will be the conclusion. Young Professor, you can wrap it up.
How do we feel about contestant number 1? Contestant number 2. Contestant number 3. The contestant number 4.
The man who takes the tumble ends up with the victory. I'm being a very needy play-by-play broadcaster, but if we have it, I would love one more look at the tag from Ryan Cox at second base on Dalton Cornett. If not now, at some point by the end of the night, my eyes yearn to send that to my brain again. We'll get it later. Here, oh no, you guys are the best. Here we go.
The control room are out of their minds, and so is Ryan Cox.
Come on.
What now?
Josh Talevsky, trick play?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll talk with the coalition of trick play decisions after the ball game. For now, it is not, as Bill Leroy bounces into what is going to be a trick play miss by Jason Swan. Tries to go behind his back. Looks like he had decided before the play he would attempt it. But the throw looked like it was a bouncer, so he was going to have to pick this one. Yeah, no, I think it was going to be in the air. Got glove on it. Jake the Magician, unfortunately, goofing up our replay there a pinch. Anyhow, Flash the Kid will pinch run for Leroy. And at the top of the order, J.R. Meadows laces that to left for a base knock. Malachi will stop at second.
And that's a great piece of hitting by D.R. Meadows. Stayed back and drove that one out to left field. And now Malachi Mitchell, of course, the fastest man in Banana Land, is very close to scoring on a single and most definitely on a sprint. So we'll see if Rack can come through and collect a walk-off for the Bananas.
Skies that one in the infield. Baber waiting for it to fall. And there is out number 1. Now Dan Oberst, who was pinch hit for Nick Swisher his first time, and in his lone trip to the dish, demolished a ball that TrackMan had at 349 feet out to left for a walk-off home run in the 4th. Takes that one for a strike.
Usually you see Dan trying to ambush pitches early. He's not a guy to work really long ABs, and he swings at this second one. A bender out of the hand of Ponce. It goes towards the fans, but it will fade out of reach from them. They can't come up with it. So Dan down 0-2.
The Largo, Florida kid, ready for the 0-2 from the pride of Fontana, California. And Ponce misses down. Porter will check on DR. Ball gets away from Swan, but not far enough for Flash to try anything crazy at second.
Dan batted just .250 last year with runners in scoring position. We'll see if he can come through and collect a second walk-off in this ball game for the guys in yellow.
Job fighting that one off there. Maceo with his infamous wrecking ball dance. Another one, too. Just misses the outside corner. Vincent Chapman correct. Trackman had it a smidge outside. Now a dangerous 2-2 coming to Oberst. The Bananas' best hitter from a tour ago. And that one will ring him up. Low outside corner. Vince once again nails the call. Trackman agrees. That is an enormous second out for Ponce.
And so it'll be up to Gabe Howell here, the man with the first ever walk-off in the history of Banana Ball. Now has a chance to walk off the seventh and knot this game at 2 points apiece.
Takes that one up. Howell 0 for 2, did reach on a trick play and scored in the second. It was a big run because it tied the inning, prevented the Party Animals from winning the frame. There goes Malachi, and it's going to be fouled away.
Really aggressive decision by Malachi Mitchell trying to get to third base here. And I guess the thinking is, again, Tyler Gillum, he preaches the green light special base running system, put pressure on the pitchers and the catchers behind the plate. And if Malachi could have gotten up to third, possibly could have scored next on a wild pitch from Ponce.
1-2. There goes Flash again. Throw from Porter. It's not handled cleanly by Fisher, so Meadows will scamper up to second. It will just be a stolen base for Mitchell, who grabbed one last night, so he's 2 for 2 on this young tour. And the inning-winning run 90 feet away. Deuce is wild. Just misses the outside corner. Ponce wanted it. Once again, Trackman agrees with Chapman. It's outside.
14% of Gabe Howell's at-bats in the Pioneer League last year ended in walks for him. Can he draw one? No! He will punch this one out into shallow left field and collect the walk-off for the Bananas. Howell, his first of 2024 in the Bananas. Celebrate with Dalton Malden at home plate.
Dalton doing his best Noah Khan impersonation. Stick season for everybody wondering. Dynamite too. And here is Jesse Cole to announce our next pitcher. I wonder who it could be.
Fans now being rolled out to the mound. It's time to meet our rodeo clown and trick pitcher. Please welcome Matt Wolf.
Well, Matt Wolf warms up for his first appearance of the tour. Let's get it back down to our Party Animals correspondent, Drake Toll.
Yeah, thanks, Vico. Look, action-packed, jam-packed last a couple minutes of Banana Ball, and I've got a family here who didn't exactly love it because they're massive Party Animals fans. The Cadrotas family, we got Leo, we got Jake. Leo tells me he's going to be the 43rd overall pick in the MLB draft, and that's because he can do trick plays. Leo, what's your favorite trick play?
Leo, favorite trick play? Under the legs.
Okay. Now, Jake, for you.
Behind the back.
Jake loves behind the back. Now, you may be wondering, when a couple guys go under the legs behind the back, why are they Party Animals fans, not Bananas? Can you guys tell me?
Why are we Party Animal fans? Because
you gotta fight for your right to party!
They are Tampa Bay locals, and they love the Party Animals. Jake, Leo, the Cadrotas family, they're going to be Party Animals one day, guys. Let's send it back to you, Biko and Josh.
Thanks so much, Drake. Always good to see Party Animals fans out in the wild prove that they do indeed exist. 3, 4, and 5 for their squad here. Skull peppers that one to the left side. Cox attacking between the legs, just in time at first base. Tricky trick play for Cox, who is line dancing to celebrate.
And boy, again, as this game gets closer and closer to the 9th inning, every inning and every point means just a little bit more. That was a gutsy trick play try by Ryan Cox. And how about this? The Party Animals are going to use their challenge.
Okay, they've sent it. We slapped the Rito headsets back on. And we now chat with Zach Frangelo and Vincent Chapman. They got it off before the pitch was thrown, so no count on Noah Fisher. And as you see Vava with the smoke bomb, our folks in the control room cook up the replay over at first base. And let's look. Okay, once again, he's out. That's pretty clear as day.
Call is confirmed, guys.
Yeah.
Call is confirmed.
One look, all we need. Although we appreciate the second gander as well. Gary Glover, 2 for 2 on the night. And the umpires, 3 for 4 on the tour.
Yeah, and that's the Party Animals' first use of the challenge on the season. It is unsuccessful. And now for the remainder of this ball game, they will not have any challenges at their disposal. As how about this? Matt Wolf cartwheels and nails the strike here on Noah Fisher.
Wolfie quickly ahead 0-2. Matt in his third world tour, the pride of Joy, Oklahoma, currently a firefighter in Oklahoma City. That one gets the outside corner. According to Vincent Chapman, Trackman disagrees with that one, so Noah Fisher does have an argument there.
And just 5 pitches for Matt Wolf and 2 outs in this inning. And this is what we've got to talk about. He threw 18 2/3 innings for the Bananas last tour, and 8 of those innings were thrown below 3 minutes. He's on pace to do it yet again in his season debut.
Well outside to a smiling Tanner Thomas. And a 2-1 count now. Tanner, 2 runs driven in tonight. A double, a sprint, and a strikeout. And now ahead 3-1. Wolf lobs it up to him. That ball blasted deep to right. Danny Hosley tracks it down as he collides with the wall. A 1-2-3, incredibly efficient frame for our rodeo clown, Matt Wolf.
And that was the gutsiest thing we have seen all night. Underhand lobbing that one. A rope from Tanner Thomas, and it's Hosley coming down with the catch. And if you subtract out the time we took on that challenge review, Matt Wolf threw that inning in 1 minute and 54 seconds.
Tanner bit on that one. Couldn't resist. Nearly put it out on the short porch. Dimensions here in George M. Steinbrenner Field, identical to Yankee Stadium, 314 down the line. And now you look at the full capacity crowd lighting up this Tampa Bay night, as it was indeed all yellow, as it is every evening in Banana Land. What a ball game. Knotted at 2 points apiece, heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. And now GMS has turned into a starry sky. how about the season debut from Matt Wolf? Really superb work. Anytime you're under 2 minutes with the MPI, you have thrown in incredibly quick frame.
And for Matt Wolf, it is also his second career MPI mark below 2 minutes. So pretty big accomplishment for him. And again, this is coming in his very first outing of the season.
I wonder how that makes Jesse Cole feel.
We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
Seems like that's always how he feels this time of night.
Something about yellow, man.
Tough to disagree with the sentiment. It'll be a new man on the mound for the Party Animals here in the bottom of the 8th. Zach Blankenship back for a second tour with the Bad Boys and making his tour debut here. You see what he did in a small sample size a season ago.
Yeah, just 8 appearances for the Party Animals. Joined the pen towards the end of the World Tour for them. And his career best MPI mark to date, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, which he threw in Akron, Ohio on July the 2nd. But part of some pretty wild banana ball history, in back-to-back appearances across the northeast leg of the tour, he got Michael Deep to foul out to fans both times. And here, a wild pitch on his first pitch of the night, and Eric Jones Jr. is going to successfully steal first base.
He's halfway to his total from last tour. And immediately pinch run for by Reese Alexiades. Savvy move by Gillum and Viro. Heads up play by EJ. Quick 0-2 count now on Brandon Crosby. Blankenship, very crafty southpaw. This one tapped to second. Faber, 360 bounce. There's one. 360 from Acuff. Crosby far too quick to be pulling off so many shenanigans and get yourself 2 outs.
Yeah, it was going to be a tough double play regardless. Brandon Crosby really prides himself on his speed, describes himself as a spark plug here. And I think even if the Party Animals had not tried for a trick play whatsoever, Crosby would have been safely in at first base.
There goes Crosby, and he steals second base easily. Faber tries the between the legs tag, but was Air Jordan at the same time. So Brandon, who was 29 for 35 in his stolen base attempts in the Pioneer League a summer ago between 3 different teams. The majority of his tenure with the Rocky Mountain Vibes, though, so far perfect in his banana ball career in stolen base tries. Quick 1-2 count here on Hosley. Inning-winning run in scoring position for last year's leader in walk-offs.
Yeah, and again, Danny Hosley led the Bananas in batting average with runners in scoring position at a 356 clip. Now sends this one out to the fans, and they are unfortunately not able to haul this one in. It's fortunate for Hosley. He's got another life at the plate.
0 for 2 on the night. There goes Crosby for third. It's chopped that way. And it's going to be over the head of Noah Fisher. Crosby has to get back to the bag. Acuff never actually acquired the banana ball. So it'll be an infield single on the Baltimore chop for Haas. And with 1 down, the inning-winning run 90 feet from scoring with Jackson Olsen coming up as you get another look at the ball going over the head of Noah Fisher, who was covering third base at the time of the play.
Yeah, and that was just a very convenient time for Crosby to be running as Olsen goes out to the opposite field, and that is going to be a walk-off sac fly for the Bananas, who jump out in front in this ball game for the very first time tonight.
And Jackson Olsen with his first walk-off of the tour. Here comes the young professor to get us to the ninth.
Ladies and gentlemen, means it's time to cast our gaze upon the scoreboard. After that walk-off, the score is now 3 points to 2 in favor of the Savannah Bananas. But here's the thing about the final inning in the game of banana ball. In this inning, every run counts for a point. That means the Party Animals are still as dangerous as ever. But I'm feeling pretty good here on night 2 in Tampa, Florida. The Bananas just need to shut them down. So make some noise, everybody, and welcome to the final
The lights go down in George M. Steinbrenner Field. And here comes a much-awaited Banana Ball debut.
Savannah Bananas, number 22, Austin Terz.
And just like that, without a warm-up pitch at all, Austin Krasminski's Banana Ball debut is underway.
A man with 4 seasons of minor league ball under his belt now comes back after he was a collegiate Banana all the way back in 2017, trying to get the Bananas their first win of the 2024 tour and snap a 10-game winning streak for the Party Animals.
Excellent job by Chase Acuff, inside outing that one into right. And he starts Krasminski's Banana Ball career on the wrong foot, base knock. The tying run is aboard, and the lights go down.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Party Animals are going to the Golden Batter. Please welcome to the plate, Reese Hampton!
The first Golden Batter in Party Animals history. Who else? The best hitter on last year's tour, Reese Hampton.
Led in batting average, led in on-base percentage, and led in slugging percentage. A 157 OPS plus, and now in his first Golden Batter at bat, swings at the very first pitch, and he will fly out to DR Meadows in center field. A big first out for Austin Krasminski, and how about this? The first 2 times we see the Golden Batters used for the Bananas and the Party Animals, they do not result in successful ABs.
Trackman has Krasminski's fastball consistently at 93 tonight. Now Taj Porter with the heater high. He represents the go-ahead run for the Party Animals. 2-0 on Taj, who's 1 for 2 on the night. He singled, been hit by a pitch, and struck out swinging his last time. In the driver's seat, 3-0. And ready for a sprint.
And Taj, a very disciplined hitter. He says that being a catcher has helped him with his plate discipline and his eye here. And he's taking all the way 3-0. Krasminski nails the strike.
There's the sprint, though. All 7 Bananas fielders behind Krasminski and Leroy have to touch the ball before it's live. Acuff easily gets from first to third. Taj will be content at first base. And the game's tying run 90 feet away. The game's go-ahead run on first. Bronson Balholm, the switch-hitting extra hitter, who struck out swinging his last time, the donut hitter, got this full-capacity crowd. Free donuts will now try and put the Party Animals back in front, or at least bring them back even with the Nanners.
And the Bananas are electing not to shift in their defense here. They stay at double play depth. So if you're Krasminski right now, you are looking either for a double play ball that is hit on the ground, or you're trying to get a punch out here of Balholm, who's already done it once tonight.
Krasminski, a 2017 Banana, has spent time in the Los Angeles Angels and Chicago Cubs minor league systems in back-to-back benders to get ahead of Balholm 0-2. Bronson out of Beloit College and then Arizona State University. And shy is away from what TrackMan had as once again a 93-mile-an-hour heater.
Yeah, Krasminski went with the power pitch there, ran it just a little inside. Now it's Porter taking off, and that ball is in the dirt. So Taj Porter swipes second base, and the Party Animals, with a sprint or a single, now have the chance to go up in this ball game, since every run will count as a point.
2-2. Down and in. And the count runs full because, of course, it does. Balholm shaking in the box. Acuff off third, Porter off second. Payoff coming from the Chris Monster. It misses out. Party Animals are going to take the lead. Incredible at bat from Balholm. Acuff scores, Porter right behind him. And it is 4-3. The Bad Boys back on top.
And that is so costly for Austin Krasminski. But how about that plate appearance from Bronson Balholm? Went from being down 0-2 to then taking the next 4 pitches and putting the Party Animals up in front.
Now Dustin Baber trying to add to the tally. And he is on his tuchus. As once again, TrackMan had it at 93. That one up in his kitchen. Babe's 1 for 3 tonight. A single, a line out, and a fly out. Balholm's got good speed over at first. This one popped. Right side, Crosby with the call. And in foul territory, down to his knees, will make the catch for out number 2. What a time for a trick play.
Now this is the beauty of the golden batter, Biko. We saw Reese Hampton, who had his opportunity when he hit for Jason Swan. And now, because we're back at the top of this order, he gets another swing at things against Austin Krasminski with a chance to tack on even more for the Party Animals.
One count on Reese Lightning. 1 for 4 on the night. It is beautiful that our second golden batter in Banana Ball history gets to swing twice in the same inning. This is only 4 spots after he hit for Swan. That one gets away from Leroy. Wild pitch from Krasminski. Balholm easily up to second. And control, a big bugaboo for Austin in his Banana Ball debut.
Yeah, and we're seeing a different approach from Reese Hampton after he swung at the very first pitch from Krasminski, as the golden batter has now taken most of the pitches he's seen here, keeping the bat on that shoulder.
And that one misses up. It is another sprint. 3 out of the last 4 batters have gotten a ball for a sprint. Hampton drives in Balholm, and it is 5-3 in favor of the Party Animals.
Yeah, and that wild pitch did not help matters at all there, as it put Balholm into scoring position there. And of course, with the sprint, scored pretty easily there. So Hampton tacks on a second run batted in tonight.
Now Dalton Cornett. 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. One just misses inside. Checks his swing. Porter with the back pick, and what a funky slide from Reese Hampton. Ends up upside down and safe at first. The technique bizarre, the result just what he wanted. Another look at it. It's incredible. There he goes for second. This one looped towards shallow left. Rack hardly has to move. Boy, oh boy, a 3 spot for the Party Animals. They're up by 2. Young Professor.
Ball, ladies and gentlemen, in this inning, every run counts for a point, and now the Party Animals are ahead 5 points to 3. But Yogi Berra said it best. It ain't over till it's over. This is the final stand for the Savannah Bananas. They need to notch 2 points to tie it and send it to showdowns, or 3 to win the whole thing. Get loud as you can here, Tampa, because this is it!
The Bananas will need 2 runs to tie the game, 3 runs to win it, and they're going to have to do it against another flame-throwing minor leaguer. Connor Higgins, just like Krasminski, spent a bunch of years in the Los Angeles Angels organization. 5 of them to be exact, compared to Krasminski's 3. And Higgs, mid-90s with the heater, an excellent slider to boot. His big bugaboo, when he's not on, is control.
Yeah, it's pretty coincidental after you saw that was the big struggle for Krasminski. And Higgins spent last season with the Bananas, 24 appearances for them. But again, what stands out, more ball four sprints issued than strikeouts that he collected. He had a 23% ball four sprint percentage, not what you like to see, but here's the silver lining for Higgins. Opponents last season batted just .241 against him, so when he was finding the zone, he was tough to hit.
With Ryan Cox leading off the inning in the 9-hole behind 0-1, I would wager the Bananas will use their golden batter to hit for Bill Leroy, who is on deck. And then you have the top of the order with D.R. Meadows, Rack, and if they use the same golden batter as they did last night, Dan Oberst has a chance to hit twice in this inning. And Coxie ahead 2-1.
Yeah, and Cox, of course, a teammate of Higgins last year. He's probably keeping a somewhat patient approach here as Higgins once again misses the zone, and Cox, in a great hitter's count here, might be trying to just draw the ball for a sprint and get on base.
It's exactly what he was doing. Excellent frame from Taj Porter. Pitcher's pitch on 3-1. Now a payoff coming. Popped left side. Fisher into foul territory. A big first out for Higgins. Cue the lights, boys. I can feel it in my bones. There it is.
And now, the Savannah Bananas are going to the golden batter. Making his way to the plate, Tampa's own Dan Oberst.
The Largo, Florida man. 1 for 2 tonight with the walk-off home run that won the 4th inning. Last night, on the first pitch ever thrown to a golden batter, he was sawed off and hit into a double play. This time to Chase Acup, who goes between his legs. And the golden batters have seen 3 pitches and made 3 outs.
Yeah, we've seen very aggressive approaches, and why wouldn't you? When you're the golden batter, what you're trying to do more than anything is swing the bat and come through in a big way. But now it will take the top of this Bananas order, starting with D.R. Meadows, just trying to rally and get guys on base, and hopefully get Dan Oberst back in that box one more time.
D.R. loops this one into right. It's going to get down. The doctor with his second hit in as many trips to the dish. He's 2 for 4 on the night. And now Robert Anthony Cruz represents the game's tying run.
And DR is such a good hitter. Didn't want to do too much against Connor Higgins. Just put the bat out and stuck that one into right field here. And now it's up to Rack to try and keep the rally going for the Nanners.
Trackman had that 90-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside corner. Now 1-1 count on Rack. Pop out, ground out, and strike out so far tonight after he was 2 for 4 with a triple last night. taps this one to second. Dustin Baber bobbles it, throws to first in time. The Party Animals are 2-0. What a comeback win here in the 9th on Game 2.
And a fast inning to boot for Connor Higgins as well, ending with a 2-minute and 24-second minutes per inning mark. And that is 11 straight victories for the Bad Boys in black and pink.
They take Tampa Bay and will try to earn the sweep tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And now they get to celebrate for the second straight night in front of a full capacity crowd that certainly sways bananas. But the Animals may be recruiting more and more fans with each W they accumulate. They are undeniable. The Manners had this one within their grasp, up 3 points to 2, going into the top of the 9th, but a 3-run inning for the Animals off of Austin Krasminski cements a victory. Here's Baba.
Let's meet your 2024 Party Animals. Starting pitcher, Garrett Delano, and catcher, Taj Porter. Your bullpen, Garrett DeClue, Dalton Bonds, Jake Lealios, Ryan Rodriguez, Zach Blankenship, Connor Higgins, Sean Fluke, Brett Helton, and Dylan Porter. Our infield with our nifty gingers, Chase Acuff, Dustin Baber, Jordan Hussein, Darryl Fisher, Jason Swan, and Bryson Beluva. Our backup catchers tonight, Dalton Cornette and Bronson Bolholm. That studly outfield of Jake Skoll, Reese Hampton, and Tanner Tinder Thomas. And for that coaching staff, pitching coach Isaac Hess, hitting coach Anthony Cremato, and myself, head coach Mike Vivaces.
Party Animals getting another celebration in the books. Let's get it down to our Party Animals correspondent, Drake Toll, with the head coach, Mike Vivaces.
Head coach Mike Vivaces here of the Party Animals. Coach, deafening in here because the crowd that you guys have collected in Tampa Bay on night 2. Look, down 3-2 there at the very end. It looked like all could be done, and your guys didn't just win it. They won it by multiple points. Walk me through that. Electric.
I'll tell you what, we stood up the whole game. Obviously, we were battling there, and then once we got in that last inning, I seen it in their eyes. They were ready to fight, and we took it home. We did it.
Speaking of fight, you got a what?
You got to fight for your right to party.
To party, Skip, dude. Think about it. Sean Fluke. Sean.
I don't know if anybody's counting, but that's 11 in a row, baby!
That's 11 in a row for the Party Animals. Coach, how do you keep doing it? What's the magic?
No magic, just a great group of guys, and we have fun every day. That's simple as that.
Look at this. Look at this. Party Animals. I mean, we got Party Animals fans. They're signed. I got kids in bananas jerseys getting autographs from the Party Animals. Coach, look, I mean, we got the camera on it now. These guys are walking across. They get banana hats thrown in their face so they can sign those. Why? Why is that the reaction that the Party Animals get now?
I'll tell you what, we're becoming the crowd favorite. We're starting to win some banana fans over, and seeing the amount of pink and green out here tonight is just unbelievable. We'll keep converting some fans.
Como se dice party. They've done it again. We'll see you at the Plaza. Skip, congrats on 11 and win number 2 in 2024.
Appreciate y'all. Have a great one.
Biko, Josh, I told you all game long the energy down here has been not just palpable but aggressive. These guys were in it from the very beginning, and to take 2 in a row to begin 2024 just shows that these guys are still legit. Let's take it back to you in the booth.
Thank you, Mr. Toll. Thank you, Mr. Vivacis. The party animals are undeniable as I secure all of my gear up here. Josh Dolevsky, Biko Scala, once again, thank you so much for spending our second evening here of Banana Ball in 2024 with us in virtual Banana Land. It's just game number 2, everybody. I'm figuring it out as we go. Really impressive win for the Animals and a really exciting Banana Ball game from start to finish.
It was a neck-and-neck contest. Pranked you guys. You thought I was going to talk there. That's
Pranked
a classic BTV
You got pranked. That's a good prank.
Yes, it was a close Banana Ball game, and what's not to like? Nick Swisher comes and has a signature entrance in the first inning for this team. Party Animals jump out in front, but Cowboy Kyle finds his form in the last 2 innings of work. Bananas come back with a Dan Oberst walk-off shot, the first home run of the 2024 World Tour, and then back and forth, you see good things from Noah Nisnik and Dalton Ponce, new guys out of the pen from the Bananas and Party Animals, respectively. But in that 8th inning, 1 minute and 54 second inning from Matt Wolf, and it's coupled with a walk-off in the bottom half. And you thought the Bananas might finally snap the winning streak, but unfortunately, Austin Krasminski just didn't have his best stuff. And the Party Animals cashed in their opportunity at the exact right time when runs count for points. And how about this? We saw 14 trick plays last night between the Bananas and Party Animals. Tonight, we got 16 between both squads.
Yes, the average on last year's tour, Josh, in trick plays per game was
8.
Correct. We have doubled that tonight. We nearly doubled it last night. So Banana Ball is on a whole nother level early on here. The last thing I have got just to compound the talk on the 9th inning there, it all starts with the Chase Acuff. Excellent piece of hitting, line drive into right field, and then you get the 3 sprints. The big one from Bronson Bauholm in only his second Banana Ball game that he has been a part of when he's actually on the roster, because he did have a cup of coffee last year as a fill-in player, a tryout of sorts. But here in his first game starting in this year's tour, he ends up with the tying and go-ahead RBI in that 9th inning, and the Party Animals steal one, as they have done 11 straight times now. Really impressive run from the Animals.
And look, we have still seen in Banana Ball, it happened a couple times last season, guys who have to get a feel for the Banana Ball. It's a little bit different than a baseball. And from Austin Krasminski, a guy who was playing minor league baseball, he's dealing with that adjustment, I would figure, right now, and it's probably the main reason he just didn't really have his control tonight.
That is a fact. Well, the Bananas will try and prevent a sweep in Tampa. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Chad Reese, let us know. We got 1,000 likes on the stream. Let's go. Thank you very much for that. The Nanners will try and prevent the sweep. The Party Animals have already taken Tampa, but there will be 7 games in Florida. So the battle for the Sunshine State is not even close to finish yet. It will be a 1 p.m. first pitch tomorrow night Eastern time. It's not even at night at all. That's going to be in the afternoon. It'll be our first day game of the tour. It will be thrilling to have that. Before we shout out our cast and crew and shut this thing down for now, we do have to give away a pair of hose. A pair of shoes!
Thank you. Almost pranked you guys. We got to give away a pair of shoes courtesy of our friends at Zappos.
Yes, we do. Combined Hokas and shoes there. Whoopsies. Our Hoka winner tonight, drum roll, please.
Our winner of shoes tonight is...
We got to shut this broadcast down. I don't actually. Oh, Heather Will!
There we go!
Oh my gosh, it's past my bedtime. 9:11 p.m. Way past my bedtime. Thank you so much to our incredible cast and crew here. I'm never gonna get over that. I'm never gonna get over that.
Because blunders.
Oh, that's my best blunder.
Part 67.
I think that's the best one I've actually ever had. Thank you so much to Nick Swisher as well as Jose Trevino for joining us on the broadcast. Same goes for Kyle Lewigs, Bill Leroy, Tanner Thomas, Noah Fisher, Mike Vivacis. The guys down there were really giving us a whole lot of action, even a little bit of Sean Fluke at the end. For our cast and crew, Emerson Elmgren, the Iron Horse of BTV on the first base cam, Lex Fowler across across the diamond on the third base camera. On center field, Ben Barks, of course. Who else would be out there? Nick Keldy was up. No, he's down. He was down and about running all kinds of utility as well as our roaming camera. Clayton Franklin had swapped spots with Nick last night. He was up in the booth with us running that high home camera. On the high third base cam, it was Kyle Inga, who is just a phenomenal guy coming in here and helping us out in Tampa. We go to our director. Let's go to Savannah. Are you kidding me? Kylie Sodomka directing a second straight broadcast. Griffin Ellis, our engineer. Kwanzi, one name, you know him, you love him, on the audio. Julie Amassey on the graphics tonight. Michael Basista running the score bug. And Mikey O'Connor on the statistics, being updated on said graphics. And back-to-back absolute gems on the replay from Keegan Woods. That guy is on fire. For our coordinating producer of Bananas TV, Chad Reese, our executive producer of BTV, Emily, Jesse, and Carrie Cole, as well as Jared Orton, and Drake Toll, Josh Talevsky. I am Biko Scala. So long, fans in person. So long, fans online. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, we will be back bright and early tomorrow, 1 p.m. p.m. It's time to shut this broadcast down, everybody.
Bedtime for Biko.
Bedtime for Biko. 1 p.m. Eastern. Woo! Josh, let's do it again tomorrow afternoon.
I can't wait.
I love it. Okay, sweet. We will see you then. And, of course, we'll see you later!
you.